Hi, ladies and gentlemen. A very, very good afternoon. It's a lovely, beautiful Saturday, and I hope you guys are seated in the comfort of your home with your lovely pet next to you, whether it's a cat, it's a dog, it's a hamster. Well, for me, I couldn't bring my pet on set for the job, so I thought I might as well wear a t-shirt that had a dog on it. Anyway, I'm Justin Misson. Good to be the host for this first ever edition of the Pets Day Out, proudly brought to you by AVS, which is the Animals and Veterinary Services. Now, this is our signature event for those of you who have been following us for all these months that these events have been going on. Now, as you know, this is our very first edition of the EPDO because of the current COVID situation. So no matter what happens, we're still going to bring you a information-filled episode today. Now, what's happening in this inaugural EPDO? It will feature shelter animals up for adoption from our various partner animal welfare groups, which is the AWGs, and also a live chat with the volunteers from the AWGs where they can answer questions about the animals. And also, live today, we've got our very own vet, Dr. Han, who's going to be having a live Q&A with all of you. Trust me, to all the female pet owners owners out there, please, you must tune into this segment, okay? Because this doctor is really much, much better looking than I am. Now, also not forgetting, there will also be a one-stop portal for members of the public to support the AWGs, and also through your donations and merchandise purchase. As you can see on my left and on my right, we got a lot of these stuffs here, and they are proudly brought to you by AWGs and also a couple of our sponsors. Now, moving forward, as you will know, EPDO will be held on the fourth Saturday of every month, and EPDO is live streamed on the Animal Buzz SG Facebook page. So if you're watching it and your friends are not watching it and they're also animal lovers, they are pet owners, please get them now to log in and watch this program. You don't want to miss it because it's going to be really a fantastic Saturday of fun. Okay, so log on right now and watch this because, as you know, this is set up by the National Parks Board to share interesting facts about pets, animals, and also to our Singapore animal loving community. You guys need to watch this to know and understand more about your pets, whether it's a cat, it's a dog, it's a hamster, it's a rabbit, or it's your mother-in-law. Did I just say that? Oh my God. Jokes aside, let's get down to serious business. Now, as most of you know, all our pet owners out there, I mean, I used to be a pet owner. I had two dogs. One passed on. My first one was a golden retriever. And the other one is, I would like to call him a hybrid Singaporean dog. Hybrid. Check that out, man. So, when they passed away, I was kind of sad. But in my younger days, I had a lot of free time and I could commit my time to nurture them from puppies up to full-grown dogs to their final days on earth. So my appeal here to all pet owners out there is, if you don't have the responsibility, nor the time, nor the financial capability to look after a dog, please do not just shop on impulse, because dogs are also living things. They're pretty much like our children. So if you have time, if you have the financial capabilities, go ahead, make your purchases of dogs. But if you don't have that, the next best option is adoption or fostering, okay? So today we'll be telling you more about what's going to happen, which is basically our first episode of EPDO. Will highlight the animal welfare groups and also the animals up for adoption. And not forgetting, also throughout the live stream, there will be great products up for grabs. And also don't forget, right there, ladies and gentlemen, watch this. We got all these very cool limited edition. This is what I heard. Limited edition, AVS products. 1,000 pieces. Limited edition, very limited, quite true. So anyway, we're going to move on very, very quickly right now to talk more about our sponsors. As you would know by now, our sponsors are basically Addiction Foods, Husey, Pet Lovers Center, Purina, Ravco, and Silver Sky. So for all your animal food needs and whatever stuff, these are the guys that you may want to hook up with. Alrighty? So without further ado, looking at my clock right now, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm getting the in-ear, a lot of people nagging, faster, hurry up. The home viewers want to see what's going on. They want to know what the AWGs have to talk about. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you our first AWG, and it's the Cat Welfare Societies, CWS, right there. Can see? Cannot see, so big, cannot see, really, Walao. Then buy a bigger tablet, bigger device. Now, they'll be featuring unavailable cats for adoption, also getting to know their fosterers and also adopters, as well as ways to keep your pet cats safe and well. That's quite interesting. So let's take a look at what the CWS has to offer.
I'm Safra from Cat Welfare Society, and I'm a mediator there. What mediators usually do is we respond to feedback, usually about irresponsible pet ownership or unsterilized cats, and we facilitate the process of educating people as well as neutering these community cats of Singapore. CWS core functions are mediation, advocacy, sterilization, and education. On an online website, we have platforms for independent rescuers and fosterers to post their cats that they rescued from the cases of irresponsible ownership, and they can try to return these cats on our online page as well.
Hi, my name's Lauren. I'm 25 years old and I'm a foster carer for the Cat Welfare Society. I researched into fostering and I reached out to Dana and Jay Hui, and they helped me through the process from purchasing items ready for the cat's arrival right up until the cat is adopted. This meant that I could contribute my time as an independent fosterer. I have found fostering incredible. It's really, really fulfilling. It's wonderful to see each cat's different characteristics and different personalities shine through, especially when you hear their first meow or their first purr. It can be a little bit challenging. Each cat is different and has different needs and wants. However, I am very well looked after. I'm in touch with both ladies every day and we share experiences, photos, progress videos, and we're just there for each other as well, which is really, really lovely. I am currently fostering 2 cats. They are Cece and Reggie, and they are from separate rescue missions. So both Cece and Reggie can be found on the Cat Welfare Society adoption page, which is a platform for independent fosterers or rescuers like me to showcase the cats and increase their chances of adoption.
This is Reggie. He is a 3-month-old tabby cat. He's super playful, but he's also really cuddly as well, especially when it's nap time. He loves human contact. He absolutely loves teaser toys. He loves toys that he can knock around the room. And he absolutely loves hiding in a cat condo as well and jumping out at you. He's got a really, really loud meow, especially when it's dinner time, lunchtime, breakfast time, or if he wants attention. Reggie. He is currently only eating kitten mousse. He's not eating kitten kibble at the moment, but he really, really loves food. Meal times are his favourite times. He would suit a family with older children, or a family or a couple that can dedicate lots of playtime to him. He can be quite demanding when it comes to playtime. To be introduced to another cat household, possibly a kitten who is just as playful as him, so he's got friends to play with. I will add that Cece and Reggie shouldn't be adopted together. They come from separate rescue missions and they haven't quite got on as well as we would have hoped, but they are both very happy here. Reggie took a few days to settle into our apartment, but he's doing really well. He had a couple of accidents when he first arrived, but other than that, he is completely litter trained. He gets really excited when he plays, so just do be careful that occasionally he will accidentally scratch or bite, but he's never been aggressive towards us.
This is Cece. She is our other foster cat. She's about 9 months old, and as you can see, she is a black and white cat. She's super chilled out, she's really calm, she's really relaxed. She is still getting used to trusting humans. She grew up on the streets of Singapore, so she is still transitioning into being a house cat. However, she's really relaxed and really calm. She would suit a single cat household with really, really patient owners who can give her the time and patience she needs to settle into a house. She absolutely loves playing with her toy mice. She loves her cat condo. She loves cat grass, and she loves balls as well that she can knock around the living room. She's really laid back. She's really, really chilled, and she's just great to have around. You can just sit and chat to her all day. She's got some really great facial expressions that she'll give you in response. Potential adopters will have to be warned that she can open doors. So if you've got any cupboards or anything that you don't want her getting stuck in, just do be careful. She eats both dry and wet food. She absolutely loves her meal times. She's really, really great to have around. She's great.
Hi, I'm Belina. I'm a proud mommy to 5 lovely cats. Me and my parents, we have always loved cats. The oldest one is Rudy. He's 19 years old. He was actually born in our old days. Fortunately, he has chronic kidney disease. So we have been medicating him and giving him cut fluids as well. And then I've got Namira. She is 6 years old. She was actually adopted from Cat Welfare Society, whereby she was abandoned in a box with her mommy and 2 other sisters along a roadside. Then I was meant to foster her, but we decided to keep her instead. And the next one was Hayati. She's 5 years old. She was actually rescued by myself along Grand Hyatt Hotel in Orchard Road. So I was initially meant to foster again, but she's unfortunately quite timid and scaredy cat. And next is Tutu. Tutu was actually rescued by me around our neighborhood area as well. So one day I saw some school kids playing pretty rough with her. But one of the kids came by and told me that she was actually abandoned by a family, unfortunately. So I felt sad about that, and I decided to bring her up. But again, I was meant to foster her, but again, it just all failed, and I ended up keeping her as well. And my latest adopted boy is actually, his name is Danny. He's otherwise known as Kitty Mango. She was rescued by this Fiona Lowe. She is an amazing cat rescuer, whereby, she rescues cat and then she rehabilitated them and also rehomed them. Danny has been with us for 2 weeks, and he's such a joy to be with us. In order to keep my cat safe and sound indoors, we have actually installed a cat-proof grill, which are about 2 inches wide gap, so that they do not go out. And also, we do not let them go out at all to roam. So we have to be very careful whenever we go out to the corridor. We have to be very aware that they might be lurking in hope to go out, but we'll just have to be careful. Also, the window grills are very important as well. If not for the grills, we must mesh up our windows, because there have been a lot of cases whereby cats fall to their deaths. Each and every cat have their own personalities. Some of them are very friendly, some of them are very scared and timid. So as owners, we need to understand how each of them behave. Also, to ensure for their well-being, we must give them very good food, premium, grain-free, dry food, for example, and wet food, and also fresh water at all times to keep them hydrated. We do need to play with the cats, maybe a few times in a day to keep them engaged, because they miss us, if you're out to work and all of that, they yearn for attention. So when we come back home from work, spend some time with them, play with cat toys, or even talk to them. They understand what we talk to them. They're happy with cat toys, sometimes even cheap thrills like boxes or, aluminium foils or anything like that. As long as there's some crinkling sounds, they're happy with it. As first-time pet owners, the essential things that we need to prepare for the cats are obviously good premium good food for them. Make sure that their water bowls and food bowls are within accessible, and also a litter box and the litter, up to your choice, whether it's litter pine or sand, whichever works for them. So normally we would toilet train them, put the litter box in a room or something with the cat so that it knows that it is, where they need to poo and pee. And then after that, they should be okay. They're very smart cats. After that, they will just go in naturally. Apart from that, we need to prepare cat toys, cat condos, just to make them have fun.
Most of the cases we receive each month has to do with irresponsible pet ownership. Sometimes we see cases of uncontrolled breeding. It leads to smell, noise, and also welfare issues. And often, mothers and kittens can die because of underlying diseases that has never been checked out before. Sometimes we also see cases of abandonment, and you might notice a cat roaming around the estate not knowing where to go. They may even go into neighbors' homes trying to look for a house to call a home. CWS is not a rescue organization, and we do not have a shelter. So rescuers and fosters are extremely important to support our cause because they help to rehabilitate the abandoned cats or cats from poor situations and give them a better chance at a second life. Adopters can use our online platforms to connect with fosterers and rescuers to give these cats a second chance at a loving home. Unfortunately, every month we'll see cases of cats falling from heights. Sometimes owners may say that their cat has been sitting on the window ledge for many years and nothing has happened. However, it takes just one moment of distraction or curiosity for your cat to lose its life. So please, mesh your windows and doors and keep them safe inside. Don't wait for an accident to happen. Keeping your pets indoors keeps them safe and healthy. But if your cat really likes to go outside, do try to train it on a leash. Now, it may sound impossible, but it's actually not. With a lot of time, commitment, and effort, your cat can enjoy the outdoors safely with you. If you are a rescuer or a fosterer and you wish to adopt your cats out, you use the CWS adoption guidelines, which you can find on the FAQ section of our website, and screen potential adopters based on these guidelines. This will ensure that your cats go to good homes.
That was really informative. I gotta say, man, kudos and salutations to the CWS, which is the Cat Welfare Society. Thank you for the great job you guys are doing for helping these cats to find new homes, to find new owners, whether fostering out or adopting. But really, I gotta say there are a lot of very kind-hearted pet lovers out there in Singapore. And I've always had this burning question in me ever since my younger days till now. No matter where I'm staying, whether it's in public housing or private housing, it's the same issue. I noticed that cats love to lie down on the bonnet of cars, and they always choose the expensive cars, the Continental cars. And I wonder why. I sometimes think cats got better life than humans there. I want to be a cat. So, to all the cat lovers out there, jokes aside, if you want to support the CWS cause in helping to foster these cats, to help them find new homes, and to also just to give them a loving abode, you can go on to the website and make your donations and also make online purchases for your cats if you're a cat owner, alrighty? But here right now, we're going to go for our first commercial break for today, ladies and gentlemen, because I've just heard in my in-ear monitors that I need to go for a commercial break after that first segment by CWS. And the commercial break is... commercial break, yeah. Sorry? I'm the commercial break. This job doesn't pay well. I'd rather be a cat. At least I know I get free food. I got condo to stay in. No need to pay 99-year lease or that kind of nonsense. Don't need to go and borrow housing loan all. Now, anyway, we got a lot more other AWGs coming up, animal welfare groups coming up to share more about what you can do for your pets, or if you are a potential pet owner or you're a pet lover, please stay on to this program. And if your friends are also looking to adopt cats, dogs, whatever animals, they're looking at hamsters or rabbits, you can just very quickly call them now and log in to our show, which is live on the NParks Facebook page. So come in and visit and watch and find out more information and be educated about what being a responsible pet owner is all about for today. But here right now, commercial break, because I'm getting instructions in my ear now. I tell you, I love this. This is what a married man is very good at, taking instructions. I like that. Sit back, roll over, play dead. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, home viewers at home, it's time for you to win some very, very cool stuff for yourself and your pets. As you can see on my right-hand side, which is your screen left, not bad. I also know this kind of thing, right? Look at all these very cool merchandise. This from AVS. Look at that. Notebook, not those notebook like that. This one is the manual notebook. Use pen and write one. So maybe you can keep schedule of what your pet like to do, like must walk what time, then go where for the walk, where's the favorite location, what's the type of favorite food that your cat like, your dog like, your rabbit like, everything lah. Plus, of course, if you get stressed worrying about your pet, we got stress ball. Okay, this comes with plastic. Like you can take out the plastic and stress yourself or de-stress yourself. Now, also here we got pet food for your hamsters, for your dog, for your cat, and everything else. Now, home viewers, how can you win this contest or how can you win these lovely merchandise can be catered for your pet? If you have a dog, we'll cater a package for your dog. We're not going to give your dog cat food. We're not so evil, please. We're all nice people. ABS, ma. Love. Sarangeo. So if you're ready, get your thumbs onto your keypads because it's time for you to key in your answer into the comment section of our Facebook page live stream. And once the answer comes in, the first correct answer that comes in, you will be contacted by our backroom staff on how we can cater this package for your pet, for your beloved pet, and also send you these lovely limited edition merchandise from AVS. And if you're ready, the question is, tell me one thing that you need to provide for your pet cat to ensure they are safe and well. I feel like I'm doing PSLE examination now, man. It's like, tell me one thing that you need to provide for your pet cat to ensure they are safe and well. So the first correct answer that gets logged into our comment page, we'll be contacting you. Our backroom staff will be contacting you, and we'll be getting in touch with you about what sort of special package you can cater for your cat or your dog or whatever not, okay? The question is about a cat, but the product could be given to a dog, alrighty? Something can be catered. So again, question is, tell me one thing that you need to provide for your pet cat to ensure they are safe and well. We're waiting for you to key in your answers. Right there, I got there. Pedro shoe. Oh my goodness, you must be a Chelsea fan. Pedro. You sound very Spanish, España. Pedro, you said put meshing indoors. No, you're correct. You're correct. Putting mesh up on your windows, your doors, your grills, whatever not, so that the pet cat doesn't walk out and then take a leap of faith down 9 floors or 14 floors down. Okay. So Pedro, our team will be getting in touch with you very, very shortly. Congratulations to the rest of you. Life is unfair. If life were to be fair, this host would have had hair. So you can stop texting already. Okay. So remember, right there, we got our under your screen. You can see Cat Welfare Society. Their Facebook page is at Cat Welfare SG. So if you guys have any questions, you are very eager to adopt, you're on the lookout for a pet cat to put in your house, or you have a house big enough for 5 to 10 cats. Remember, you can foster these lovely cats or adopt these cats, but pet hygiene is of utmost importance because they are also living things. Only if you can manage that amount of cats, then please, you can come and visit us at Cat Welfare Society. You can adopt these cats, give them a new nice home, build a condominium for them. But please remember, if you cannot and you don't have time to do that, please don't be another irresponsible pet owner, which is why there are a lot of cases of stray dogs and stray cats being abandoned out in the streets of Singapore. Alrighty? Now, we're going to move on very, very quickly right now to our next segment of the program, but I think we still have some time. So I'm just going to tell you more about this Cat Welfare Society because I think since they were the first AWS, I tell you what, make me stand up, okay, this job, Must stand, must sit, must stand, must sit, must stand, must sit, must stand. This is like working out, no? Can I just bring a dog for a walk? That's an easier job, right? Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, for those cat lovers out there, we've got some very cool merchandise here from Cat Welfare Society. I like this. Mediation, advocacy, sterilization, education. I feel like the Prime Minister giving a speech for National Day. Look at that. So cute, right? This kind of t-shirt, so cute, right? So cute, right? You can buy for your family, loved ones. So nice, right? Oh, so cute, right? Some more, huh? Look at that. Little cute toy for your cat to play, like meow, 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 burong, 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 meow, meow, tak meow, tak meow, meow. So, to all the cat lovers out there, listen, got bell some more. I didn't notice, got bell. So cute, you can hear it, Wow, this one like some religious society. Liverpool champion. I'm a United supporter, keep quiet. Anyway, football jokes aside, because today is all about animals. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some very cool merchandise here from as you can see, I don't do housework. I don't know how to fold clothes. Anybody can help? Sir, mom, it is Saturday. It is my off day. I had no work permit to work already because during circuit breaker, I cannot go to the ministry to renew my license. Look at that. Even catered t-shirt, adult ones. Look at that. This is for Chinese New Year. You can see the word "fu" down there. Is it "fu"? I think so, yeah. Because I kind of recognize this at my mother-in-law's house. This Chinese word here. "Fu." So if you rear cat, you have "fu." If you rear dog, you have "ji." If you rear bird, you got "si." If you rear hamster, you got hamster lah. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to say like that. Hello, I'm Eurasian. My Chinese is F9, you know. In fact, it's A. A for absent. I didn't even take the examinations. You got tote bag, a nice pillow for your cat. So remember, if you are interested in any of these merchandise, if you're a cat lover, kindly please visit the Cat Welfare Society Facebook page, or you can go to their website and find out what else they have. And also you can make your donations to help them run the society so that more cats can be rescued, can be saved. And please, I noticed some cats already very, very popular. Wow, got Instagram account all, and these are stray cats. And you won't believe it, stray cat Instagram account, 100 over K. Me leh, 3K only. So please follow me, Cannot tahan. Hey, hello, this is AVS show lah. You're talking about animal lah, unless you're really animal, man. So, ladies and gentlemen out there, today we have a lot about animal welfare groups to be sharing more about your beloved types of pet, whether it's a dog, it's a cat, it's hamster, rabbit, whatever not. They are all here to tell you more about how to be a responsible pet owner. And if any questions, you guys can approach them. And more importantly, if you have any health issues about your pets, there will be a very handsome, gorgeous, charming vet who's going to join us on this program. Yes, he's going to be a welcome sight away from the beast that you see right now. But coming up next, we're going to go into our next AWG, ladies and gentlemen, and the topic that they are going to cover. Alrighty? It's basically the Oasis Second Chance Animal Shelter. Okay, in short, OSCAS, Oscars, or better known as Oscars. Like, you know, Oscars. Okay, man. This is beyond me already. Now, what are they going to be telling you about? They'll be sharing on what their volunteers do at the shelter and also showcase the adorable dogs that are up for adoption. Yes, I'm going to be opening my eyes wide. I'm going to open up my ears and going to listen to this one here from Oscars, ladies and gentlemen. So let's watch.
I'm Teresa, and I've been volunteering at Oscars for the last 6 years. Basically, I started volunteering by walking the dogs because a lot of the dogs couldn't be walked. So that's the first step to really helping a dog get adopted, when they can get walked. So I come in and we walk the dogs. We also help with cleaning, medicating, rehabilitating certain dogs, and taking them to adoption events, and we help rehome. That's our main focus. Oscars was started in 2006 by two local ladies, Anita Paul and Mary Sue. They were actually feeding stray dogs up in the Changi area, and then that area was developed and they asked the authorities, could we help those dogs? So they rescued those dogs, they trapped them, rescued them, set up the shelter to care for them. And now they've taken dogs that either have been rescued from the streets or have been abandoned. We have a lot of senior dogs now. Right now in the Animal Lodge shelter, there's 69 dogs, about 5 in foster care. There's one couple starting a homestay this week, and then we have another 20 odd at another location. So all up, probably around 100 dogs is the capacity that they're able to care for at the moment with the volunteers and the space they have. Okay, a typical day for a volunteer at Oscars. There are different volunteers doing different things, but what's required is they come in, they clean, first of all, then we'll walk the dogs. We're always cleaning as we go, of course, that's never ending. We might be bathing some of the dogs, medicating some of the dogs, rehabilitating some of the dogs. Some dogs might need some vet attention, so we'll help transport them to the vets. And then again, feeding around midday, and then more cleaning, and then just keeping a check on the dogs as well. And there's just constant cleaning because the dogs have no choice where they go to the toilet. So, you know, there's always something to clean up. So Anita, who is one of the founders actually, she's responsible for the animal welfare. So she's really taking care of all the medicating of the dogs and ensuring they have a good diet. Some of the dogs require special diets, so she's ensuring that all happens. And of course she's also cleaning, but mainly she's focused on their welfare. Yeah. And then Jenica, she's been volunteering with Oscars around the same time as me, 6 years. And she's helping a lot with rehoming. She has an appointment later today for a doctor's interested in adopting a senior dog, which is great. And then we have Zor, who works, he's a worker here, so he's always helping with the cleaning and the feeding of the dogs. And he can walk a couple of the dogs who are a bit more difficult. So the preparation of the food starts around 10:30 to 11. The dogs are all fed a kibble, a high quality kibble, and they also make fresh food to add to that. So fresh vegetables, could be carrots, broccoli, cabbage, and fresh meats, chicken livers, and beef, pork. We try to get as much as we can high quality food donated so that the dogs can have a good diet, because the diet's so important to keeping the dogs healthy, especially as they age. And then certain dogs have kidney issues, so they're on a special diet, so they have a special kidney kibble, and they're fed also special fresh foods as well. Yeah. So walking the dogs is really important for the dogs because it gets them outside of the shelter environment. It's a little less stressful outside. They get a chance to, sniff, because that's the key thing for dogs, sniffing on the walk, not just walking, but you have to allow them to sniff. That's where they build up their confidence, they learn a lot. So we take our time on the walk, so each dog would get probably around 20 minutes walking outside. We've got 69 dogs, so that's a lot of dogs to walk, and we might only have, say, 5 volunteers, so you've got 1 volunteer walking 10 plus dogs. We try to get it all done in the morning before it gets too hot and before they're fed as well. Feeding comes after they've had their walks. And we have a walking log, so each dog is color-coded, so the easier dogs will be green, the dogs that we're working on will be yellow, so only certain handlers can work with those more dogs that are still learning. And we walk with our dogs in the harness because we feel it's a lot more safer and comfortable for them. There's no pressure around their neck if they might tug. It also doesn't stress them out as much if they're tugging. We can control them and give them a more comfortable walk and safer as well. And we also try to take them on outings once a month, which we're unable to do at the moment, but the outings are really important because it allows us to see how they are in transport. We might take them to a park or the beach. We can see how they are with other dogs, how they interact, and how they are in a different environment as well. So hopefully we can start the outings again soon. So most of the dogs at Oscars are senior dogs, so they're 6 years plus. The average age is probably around 9 years. So it's a bit more of a challenge finding a home for a senior dog because everybody wants a young dog. They think they cannot bond the same way, but you totally can once you've spent some time together getting to know them first. So Tag is one senior dog we have. He's around 9 years old, sterilised. I can't remember his HPV, but he's for a senior dog, he's still got a lot of energy. He likes to get out for his walks. He loves, it'd be good for him to find a playmate because he's a very playful dog actually. He's very treat motivated, so quite easy to train as well. Another dog would be Jack. He's also around 9 years old, and he's really been transformed thanks to one of our volunteers, Bettina, he was a dog who would not let you touch him. He was matted and he couldn't walk on leash. And it took her about 1 year to get him confident. And now he's bouncing out the door to get out for a walk. And he's also another very playful dog. You often see him on the balcony playing with a towel or a toy. He's very treat motivated as well. And he's been on a few outings, so we know he's good in the car. He's good outside. He loves to explore, and he's good with other dogs as well. Another senior dog would be Salt. She's also around the same age, and she's also a very sweet, affectionate dog that likes to get out for her walks as well. She gets along really well with other dogs. She had a short period in a foster home because she had a skin issue, and she stayed with a cat, no problem. So a lot of our dogs who have been adopted live with cats even, and they've been no problem getting along. And then there's George. George is another 9-year-old male. He's a bigger dog, so the bigger dogs are a little more challenging to find a home for, but he's also, once you get to know him, a very sweet dog. When he knows you, he'll come in for a snuggle. He likes to get out for walks. He's probably better in a home on his own. He's a little bit more independent, but you'd need to spend time really building up a bond with him. But once you have that bond, he's a super dog. Yeah, we have a handful of fearful dogs, and so fearful that we haven't been able to get them out for walks yet. So it takes time. We start by just sitting with them, spending time with them, giving them treats. They generally will take a treat from you, allowing them to let you pet them. A lot of them won't let you pet them, but the more time you spend with them, they'll start to trust you. So that process can take some time. And these dogs are probably just fearful because they're young when they came in, and they weren't exposed to people. They didn't have any trust in them. They've never been in a collar or a walk on a leash, so to get that over their heads is a big thing. And we try to start by walking them in a harness because there's less pressure on their necks. It's more comfortable for them, so it won't stress them out even further. So yeah, it takes time with those dogs to get them to trust you, but once they're out, it's amazing to see how they can be transformed, and they get their confidence, and the walking helps them a lot to build that. So if you're interested in adopting a dog, you can go onto our website, and there's an adoption gallery there, so you can see the basic information on the dog. If you're interested in a dog you see on the website, you can click on them, and a volunteer from our rehoming team will be in contact. We send you an application form first, which you need to fill out, and then we will reply with our process of adopting, which is not quick. We need you to come in. If we have a suitable match, you'll come in, meet a volunteer from our rehoming team spend time with the dog, getting to know the dog, see if we can see you can handle the dog okay. And any questions you have, you can ask them as well. And then if you're really interested in moving forward with that dog, come and spend as much time as you can with that dog so they get familiar with you, so that when it does come time to start a homestay, at least they will know you, so they won't be as stressed. And then before any homestay starts, we go and do a home visit with the dog. So we check everything is safe and prepared and where the dog will be walked, and just answer any questions and give advice. And then when you're ready to start homestay, which we always recommend to be done when you're going to be around, so you can help that dog not traveling, which nobody is now, luckily, but so you can help that dog get into their new routine and learn about their new environment, because it's a whole new world for them coming from living in a shelter to a home and urban environment. And then you start a homestay, and then if all goes well, and then we formalise the adoption, and you license the dog and under you. We need a lot of support in regards to taking care for the animals, and you can do that by donating or sponsoring. We have a sponsor form you can fill out on the website. You can do it a monthly reoccurring sponsorship, and that's you can choose a dog if you like to sponsor, or we can allocate a dog, and that sponsorship will help basically cover any medical needs, which is a big expense for a shelter, their food, their vaccinations, which are done annually, tick prevention, which we do monthly as well. So that's a great way to help a dog if you are unable to adopt one. You can support through sponsoring or donating. Some people will help with donation of food as well, because that's an ongoing expense, a big one when you've got 100 dogs to feed. So you can go onto the website oscars.sg, and all the information is there, how you can sponsor and donate to help care for the dogs as well.
You just heard it from Oscars, ladies and gentlemen. Oasis Second Chance Animal Shelter. And as you can see, having a dog is indeed a very, very tough thing to do. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, right in front of me, I became a magician all of a sudden, man. I'm like, wow, I'm like Chris Angel, the mind freak. My doggy on the t-shirt became a live dog. My special guest, ladies and gentlemen, in this segment. Oh, come, Poppy, relax. They call this doggy Poppy, but got nickname called Ama, Granny, Nene. But you know why? Because Poppy is a 13-year-old, and Poppy's blind. So what Poppy's hearing right now is my voice, and I think Poppy's getting a bit worried, like, who on earth is this talking? I'm not used to this voice. But let me tell you, Poppy is such a tame, warm, sweet, loving little thing right here. I just don't know how to describe it, but it just makes me want to like cry, because I start to think about my two other dogs that I used to have in all my 48 years, and Poppy is such a gentle soul. Look at how she's just adapting to my arm. Crazy, right? Whose dog is this? Whose dog? Yeah, I know Poppy is adopted. I know everybody going right. She's adopted. I know. And can you put on your mask? Oh my God, don't you know about the safety measures? Poppy, you got mask? You don't have? Never mind, it's okay. I showered. I don't have body odor. Anyway, Poppy's adopted. So to the kind soul who has brought Poppy on set here, thank you for adopting Poppy, because any and every living thing on earth, whether it's an animal or human being, deserves a chance at life and to live life to the fullest with a lot of love and care for people around them. Now, coming to this part of the program, I'm looking at my whole entire list here, and I swear to you, I can feel Poppy going like, you shook, huh? You can sleep, huh? Here I'm scratching your back, enjoying yourself only, yeah? Now, it's time for you home viewers out there for this commercial break segment of our program to win some merchandise. Now, like I mentioned earlier on, we had a cat welfare society, but whoever answered the question, I know the winner was Pedro. So if your pet's a dog, a hamster, a rabbit, or a cat, we'll cater the price to suit your beloved cat, and you yourself be walking away with some lovely ABS limited edition product. Now, second commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, is all about winning more prizes. And what are we handing out? Whatever your pet needs now. Okay, so you're ready. The question is linked to the previous AWS, which is Oscars. And I need to ask you guys now, the question is, listen, tell me, what does OSCAS stand for? What does Oscars stand for? And as you know, they need your generosity and your help to keep all these adopted strays in their shelter, well fed, well kept, well groomed, and well taken care of. So the first correct answer to come in on our comment page or on our comment section, you can be walking away with some really, really cool prizes. And of course, the first one that comes with the correct answer, what does Oscar stand for? You'll be winning the prize, okay? So quick. So while the rest of you are still busy typing or you think you don't need product, you're rich enough, remember this, it's important, okay? If you're rich enough to provide food and shelter and care for your lovely animal, your pet at home, kindly please also visit the website of Oscars so that you can help to donate a bit more of cash to help them to keep all these strays fed and well looked after and groomed. Because you know, all these AWGs that we have with us are actually self-funding volunteers with a good heart. So we are beseeching all other fellow animal lovers out there in our Singapore community to open up your hearts and your wallets and to make your donations. Alrighty? So, very good. I got a correct answer right now. Clarabelle. Clarabelle, sir, your answer is Oasis Second Chance Animal Shelter. And you know what, Clarabelle? Congratulations. You won yourself some really, really cool products. And our backroom team will be getting in touch with you very shortly on how to cater a very, very good package for your beloved pet. And I may even come along with a package, if you think so. Anyway, I gotta send Poppy off to the owner because you can see Poppy's going into this dream mode, like dreaming, I must be dreaming. Song Lily Kai. Okay, don't sing before the dog wakes up. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, this is the moment of truth, and this is why I suddenly realized that there are so many more female pet owners out there who are going to the vet on a regular basis. Dog not sick, cat not sick, pet not sick, also still go to the pet. Just say the pet is not feeling a bit sick, and this is the reason why. Ladies and gentlemen, next segment of our program is called Chat with Our Vet. Well, I sound like a rapper, man. Chat with our vet, and I'll be right back. And who are we talking about, ladies and gentlemen? It's with great pleasure that I introduce to you our lovely vet from AVS, which is Dr. Han Zi Yang, who's going to be having a live Q&A session with you. So, Dr. Han, over to you.
So, hi everyone. Thanks, Justin, very much for the very kind words. It's so good to see everyone here today for our very first edition of ePet Stay Out. I'm Dr. Han Zi Yang. I'm one of the veterinarians here in the Animal and Veterinary Service here in MParks. So for those of you who have been to our Pet Stay Out events before, you probably have seen me at the free pet health check section, where our veterinarians in MParks actually provide free health check as well as microchipping services for your pets. So I guess over the last few months, while we as a community are unable to come together physically, however, this COVID-19 situation shouldn't stop us, from continuing to do enriching activities as well as meaningful activities for our animals, together with our loved ones. So this is the reason why AVS, we have come together and put together this event today. And we hope you and your families and friends, you are having fun. And hopefully you can have some useful takeaways as well. So for the topic, for my first topic for today, I'll be covering on how to help our pets cope better during this COVID-19 period. So this COVID-19 period has indeed brought a lot of changes as well as challenges to us as well as to our pets. We as pet owners, we find that we may have to make some amendments, adjustments, to the activities that we do with our pets, or for our pets. For example, I know of pet owners that starts to bring their dogs, for more longer walks now, rather than go to the dog run. Some pet owners, they have also picked up on YouTube on their own how to do some basic grooming for their pets. They even learn how to bake some, dog treats or cat treats, for their pets as well. So this opportunity, while we are all cooped up at home, this period has also created a great opportunity for us to spend more time with our pets and to also strengthen the human and animal bond as well. So however, with all these changes in the household, while most of our pets, they're able to adapt without much issues, some of our pets may be negatively affected. And this is the reason why, as pet owners, we need to be able to learn how to pick out this animal behavior, as well as, do, what is appropriate to help them to adjust. So what should pet owners look out for? Number one, so for pets that are negatively affected, we may see them try to withdraw, to more quiet places around the home, and they may appear to be less interested in things that they are usually interested in. For example, their favorite toy, okay? And number two, there could be some changes in physical activity and exercise levels during this period. And that could actually lead up, causes some pent-up energy, as well as some displacement behaviors as well. So displacement behaviors are really behaviors that perform out of context. And it's usually due to, stress and anxiety, that the pet may experience. So one example is, for example, dogs, they may yawn even though they are not tired. Okay, number three, the stress, experienced by these changes in routine may also result in some unwanted behaviors. For example, barking as well as chewing. And there could also be some alter in energy intake requirements as well. So, for example, the dog or cat may, have less appetite, they may eat less food, or they may become a bit less interested in the usual favorite treats, okay? Number four, for pets, they are used to toileting outdoors. Now with this current situation, and we tend to go less outdoors, these pets may have some difficulty in adjusting, and this could also lead to some, toileting accidents, back at home. So what can we do as pet owners, okay, to help our pets cope better? First of all, it's very important. We need to understand as pet owners, the human and animal bond is very strong. So we should, first of all, learn to take good care of ourselves, and that includes, eating healthily, go for regular exercise, because the physical and mental well-being of us as humans actually do have a direct impact on our animals' welfare as well. Okay, next up, pet owners, they should continue to ensure that they get their pets get adequate exercises or walks. I know of dogs now, dog owners, that can bring their dogs out for walks now 2 to 3 times a day, simply because they are spending more time at home. So while this can be a lot of fun, for the dogs as well, as pet owners, we need to remember not to increase the intensity and the frequency of this exercise too quickly. Start it off at a gradual pace. Remember, to always provide water for your pets when they're exercising or during all this fun interaction section. If you're going outdoors, you can bring a portable water bottle. And of course, try as much as possible, try and avoid doing exercise during the hottest time of the day. Having said this, with all this exercise, our pets also do require their own rest time as well. So don't be too worried, if your pets choose to, lie down, in a corner by themselves. Let them be, don't feel too obliged to, to keep them entertained all the time. All right. The last thing, to keep a lookout for is really overfeeding of animals. I know a lot of family members now, they're all at home, so everyone is very keen to actually feed, the cat or the dog a treat. So, and this can actually lead to some weight management issues. So one tip, is really to, at the start of the day, keep aside, a portion of treats, that the pet should have, so that the entire family knows how much the pet has already had, and we won't overfeed the pet with treats. Okay. So if you ever run out of activities to do at home, you can always come on to our Animal Buzz SG Facebook group, where we actually make some DIY YouTube videos, where you can learn how to make like pet toys, So this is a hay feeder that's used, that we use cardboard boxes, that you can actually find at home, and you can actually use it for your rabbits and guinea pigs. Okay, so do subscribe to our Facebook group, for all these interesting DIY videos. So I'd just really like to end my first talk here for today. I'd just like to conclude that, while this COVID-19 period has brought about a lot of changes to our lives, our pets actually play a very important role in helping us cope better as pet owners. So, so we do have to take care of ourselves, and also do take care of your animals as well and shower them with lots of love. All right. So I've come to the end, and now I'll have a Q&A session. So please feel free, just post your questions on the Facebook comment page, and I will be able to take a look at them on my screen here, and I'll try to answer some of them, okay? Okay, so just let me see what are the first questions. Okay, wow, I do see quite a lot of questions here. Okay, okay, I'll try to tackle this first question here. Let me see whether I can just pop it up on the screen here. Okay, so I think in this current COVID-19 situation, a lot of our as pet owners, a lot of us are actually worried about, what is the impact to our pets? Should we be overly worried? So the current COVID-19 pandemic situation is really a result of human-to-human transmission, and I think as pet owners we shouldn't be overly worried. Around the world, if you look at the news, although there are some reported cases, of animals being tested positive for COVID-19, these are still very isolated cases and very, very rare. So for us as pet owners, we don't have to be overly worried. And there's currently actually no evidence at all, at this moment, that companion animals actually play a role in the spread of COVID-19. Okay, so as pet owners, what we can do, don't worry too much. We should protect our pets. So if you yourself are feeling unwell, of course, maintain some distance with your pets. Try to get your families and friends, to help out, take care of the pets during this period while you get better. And most importantly, adopt good hygiene measures. This is something that all pet owners should do, and, wash your hands before and after handling your animal, or, after you handle their waste or handle their food. All right? Okay. So let me see what other questions are there. Wow, there is quite a lot of questions here. Let me just take a look. Okay. Okay, I have this question from Alvin Ho here. Let me just pop it up here. Okay, what's your advice on ticks management? Okay, so ticks, they are actually a parasite, and some ticks actually may carry some diseases as well, which is what we call vector-borne diseases. However, there's a very simple and easy solution for them, which is actually to use anti-parasites treatment. Okay, these are simple treatments, preventative treatments that actually pet owners can purchase from the pet stall. If you are unsure, check with your vets as well for a recommended brand. And you can actually apply this spot-on applications on your pets. It's a very simple process, less than 5 minutes, and it should protect your pet, from any ticks, or even other parasites infection as well. Okay, I'm running out of time. I'll just quickly run on to a few. Okay. So next question here, very interesting. My dog likes to lick us. Is that something we should encourage or discourage? Okay, so I think this is quite a cute question. Indeed, I think licking is a natural behavior of our dogs, okay? And it is a way for dogs to actually show affections to owners, okay? However, I think we need to take note of something over here. While the saliva of dogs, generally doesn't cause too much problem to most of the population who are healthy, we should try and avoid letting dogs lick any exposed wounds or cuts that we have on our skin, because in saliva, whether it's the dog or human saliva, it does contain bacteria in it. And for dogs to lick our skin, especially when there's cut or the wound, you may cause some infections to happen. And for a particular group of people, for people that have a bit of weakened immune system, for example, the elderly, okay, the young, or pregnant women, we should try and avoid letting dogs lick us, or lick our faces, because this group of people actually have weakened immunity, and we really want to avoid the chance of an infection from the dog's saliva being passed on to us. Okay. Okay, great. Let me see what other questions there are. I have quite a few interesting comments. Okay. Okay, this is quite a good question, I think, from Matilda Justin Ng. Thank you for that question. So how to know if my dog has fleas or ticks? Okay, so fleas and ticks, so like I mentioned just now for ticks, they're actually parasites, and some of them are actually quite small. Okay, but however, for fleas and ticks, we can, especially for ticks, we can actually try and catch them and see them with our naked eyes. However, the first sign that most pet owners probably would know is the dog is starting to scratch, and that could be after going for a walk outdoors, after having some contact with grass and things like that. So, if a dog starts to scratch, for some unknown reason, always bring it to a vet. And from a vet, when the vet does a physical examination, the vet will be able to tell you, potentially what could be the cause of the itch, whether it is due to parasites, or whether it could be due to other causes, for example, like food allergy or contact allergy. Okay. Okay, I'm going to just stick on my last question here. Very interesting question again from Victoria Wong. Thank you for the question. How do I know if I'm overfeeding my dog? Okay, so this is a common problem that I guess a lot of pet owners face, not knowing how much to feed their dogs. And my best advice to you is, if you are worried that your dog has a weight management issue, speak to your vet. Your vet will be able to teach you, some methods of how to monitor the weight of a dog, and that is something that we call body condition scoring. Okay, and there are actually diets out there, weight management diets of lower calories that the vet can actually prescribe as well. Okay, to help reduce the calories intake of your dog. And of course, apart from diet, the other main important part of weight management is actually exercise. Okay, so make sure you have regular exercise, do regular exercise and activities with your pets. And like I mentioned earlier, if they're not so used to such high activity levels, try and build it up gradually, okay, rather than ramping up suddenly, okay? So I think that's all the time I have for this segment. So I'm going to just wrap up here. I'll be back for a second segment later where I'll touch on another topic and there'll be more chance for Q&A. Okay, so thank you very much for staying here with us. And I'm going to pass the time off now back to Justin, our host. Justin, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Han. Thank you. Thank you. So to all home viewers out there, if you have more questions, don't worry. He'll be back for a second segment later on. That's a guarantee because a lot of people are already saying in the comment page, like, bring the vet back. Bring the vet back. Get the ugly guy out of the picture frame because even my pets are running into hiding. So bad, y'all. Saturday, do this to me. Hurt my feeling, hurt my feeling. I also like animal. I got feeling one, okay? Got feeling. Anyway, for those of you who join us on this lovely Saturday, we'd like to say good afternoon to all of you and welcome to our ePDO. Yes, our inaugural episode. So this is the e-platform, the digital platform of this lovely called Pets Day Out activity or event that's brought to you by AVS. So for those of you out there who are still watching for the first time, you just joined us, you're wondering what's going on. How come this Facebook page suddenly got this bald, ugly fella wearing one doggy t-shirt and then just not got one dog appear? Yes, it's because we want to tell you more and share with you more with all these AWGs that are with us, that you can actually help us to provide a foster home or adopt stray animals or animals in the shelters right now or from this day forth. If you have the intention to keep a pet, you don't want to buy one, you can just go ahead and adopt. So at least you know you're giving these animals a lovely home, a forever home. Wow, so good, man. This one actually my friend tell me one, forever home. So clever, right? I also got study one, okay? I also know what tick management is all about. You know how to manage tick is try to get all your answers correct for your examinations. Otherwise, all animal is cross. Wow, damn lame, bro. Your joke very lame. Your joke are very cold, hot sun become minus 32 degree already. What piang oi. Anyway, jokes aside, coming up next, we've got more sharing and more videos for you guys to stay updated and to also know what are the platforms you can adopt and provide foster homes or new homes to our furry friends out there. And who's our next AWG that we have in line up next to show you? It's Causes for Animals Singapore. CAS. It's like Changi Airport Group like that. CASS. Jokes aside, it's all about animals today. Causes for Animals Singapore. Now, the co-founder for Causes for Animals or Causes for Animals Singapore will be sharing her experience in rescuing puppies and also show us the dogs available for adoption. Sometimes I wish I was a dog, I can be adopted. Really, my life very sad, man. The Hokkien say, 古時做狗好過做人啊，真係。Cannot. This show must have a bit of decorum. Must speak sovereign English. My apologies for switching the channels. But more about the dogs available for adoption, and also would like to be meeting one of the families that have adopted from Causes for Animals Singapore. So let's open up our eyes and take a look at our video.
Hello everyone, I'm Christine and I'm from Causes for Animals Singapore. I'm the fundraising coordinator as well as the adoption coordinator for the shelter. Causes for Animals Singapore is an umbrella organization. We started up because we decided that there were a lot of shelters in Singapore that were doing similar things, and we decided that we wanted an umbrella organization that could actually cover the needs of all the animal welfare groups in Singapore, so we could run combined campaigns to actually raise more money or to find homes for more dogs in Singapore. At the end of the day, the ultimate goal would be a stray-free Singapore. During the circuit breaker, we actually received a call for help from one of the feeders that we work with in the East. We actually work with feeders around Singapore to help to trap, neuter and release the dogs in their area, or the cats. What actually happened this time was we were unable to trap the mother, and she actually gave birth to a litter of puppies. However, after giving birth to them, she sort of disappeared, so the feeder was actually taking care of the puppies. However, the 3 puppies were found to be very ill, and of course many of them, they had lots of ticks and fleas on them. They were very cold due to the wet weather as well. So we decided to step in and take them to a vet to see what we could do to actually help them live. After we rescued the puppies from the street, we actually had to bring them to a vet immediately. One of the vets that actually helped us with our street dogs and cats is the Animal World Veterinary. At the clinic itself, we found out that the puppies were diagnosed with babesia and anemia. So they were actually in very bad condition. Given that they were drenched in the rain, some of them also suffered from hypothermia. As a result, the puppies needed immediate medical attention. After a few days, 2 of them actually managed to recover quite quickly and were brought to foster homes where they would be given medication, proper food and shelter. During the circuit breaker period, we were still able to hold video WhatsApp calls for families who were interested to adopt some of our cats or dogs or puppies. In this case, we actually held a video call with a potential family who was interested to adopt Teeny. Teeny had just recovered from babesia and anemia under the care of her wonderful foster parents. During a video call with Jason and his family, they thought that Teeny would fit right in. First, she joined them for a 1-week home stay, and indeed Teeny did really well. She's fallen right in love with Jason Naomi and his wife Yoko, as well as their 2 cats. She's now a top member of Jason's family.
Hello. Hello. We're the Amori Hawk family, and this is Teeny Choco, who we adopted from Causes for Animals Singapore.
We believe that instead of buying a pet at a store, we think that adopting is much better because pet stores often support puppy mills, which don't treat the puppies very well. I was overjoyed. It was really great just seeing her and cuddling her and just holding her in my arms I think we all felt really happy to bring her into our family, to give us some big smile, little smile.
I think the process was very easy. You can go online and you can just sort of see pictures of the different dogs that are available for adoption, and then you get in touch with them, and then it was very easy. They could tell us, we could tell them a bit more through the forms and emails, or even WhatsApp about what our family is like and what we're looking for, and then the agency is able to really match you with them.
You just have to love them. You just give them a lot of love, and that's what you need, right?
I mean, some of them may be nervous at first because they've had a hard background, but if you just show them love and really make them part of your family, then they can adapt very quickly. So Teeny Choco has been very quick becoming part of our family. But I said before, really, when you get in touch with the agencies, if you really speak with them and share your details, I think it's very good at finding a good match for which of their rescue animals would be a good fit for your family. So definitely get in touch with them, and they're very, very helpful.
For anyone looking to get a pet in Singapore, we would strongly encourage you to consider adoption. Adoption pets and rescue animals come from local shelters, and most of the time, volunteers know all about their temperament, personalities, and what to expect. By giving a rescue dog a chance or a rescue cat a chance, you're not only helping the one dog that you have adopted, but you've also opened up room in the shelter for another cat or another dog. Pets adoption saves 2 lives, and we'd like to encourage people to adopt a pet versus buying one. Adopted animals have lots of love, loyalty to give. It is a pet process, as if welcoming any new family member. However, much as hard work, we promise a lifetime of love and loyalty. This is Elvis. Elvis is 13 years old this year. He is a male dog. Elvis was rescued from a heavy vehicle car park in the east. He's been with us for a long time. He hasn't found a home of his own. One of the main reasons is he's classified as a large dog. He's slightly bigger than the medium Singapore Special. Elvis, however, is an old dog, so he's looking for a home to retire in. He's grass trained, very good with people and children. Yes, certain dogs, but not all. Excellent on leash, and would be a great TV buddy for anybody who just wants to touch the table. Arthur is a Singapore Special. He's 5 years old. Arthur is rescued from a farm in the north. He's been looking for a home of his own for quite a while. Arthur is a very active dog, very high energy. He loves long walks, he loves swimming. He really a very active family. However, Arthur is in the process of being rehabilitated. He still requires quite a bit of training, as he can be very reactive to bicycles or e-bikes. But it's still a work in progress. Like him, nobody is perfect. So we hope that the family who adopts Arthur will be willing to give him a chance to be part of your home, because he has lots of love to give. Shimak is about 6 years old this year. She was actually rescued from the far end of Singapore at a worksite in Tuas. Shimak was adopted as a puppy, and after 2 years returned to us because the family decided they could no longer manage the dog. So Shimak has spent quite a bit of time with us at the TS Adoption Center. She's actually a pretty good dog. She's quite good on leash, pretty strong, loves to water, loves swimming, and she loves outdoor activities. Shimak is still very selective with children, so she would do well in a home where there are no kids around. But as long as they're adults, she's fine. She's really good with people. Generally a cuddle bunny, spends most of her time snoozing in the afternoon. Her biggest fear is thunder, so other than that, she's actually quite a warrior. Fabrice is currently 5 months old. She's actually a very energetic and playful little girl. She's just taking a bit of time to warm up. She's excellent with kids, people, and other dogs. She's also grass trained, so she will need 2 walks a day so that she can do her puppy habits. Fabrice also enjoys the companionship of her siblings, so she will do well in a home with another dog. And a lot of times, the younger dogs actually blend in very well with families that have cats. So if you're looking for a doggy like Bubbles, do consider adopting a Singapore Special from us. TS is a proud partner of the ADORE program, which allows rescued street dogs to be part of HDB homes. The basic requirement will be a height of 55 cm from ground to chest, and weight is not a criteria to actually meet. But we are always looking out for local families living in HDB homes who are willing to give rescue dogs a chance. If you're interested in a Singapore Special, the Protect ADORE program allows you to rescue one of our street dogs and give it a home with your family. If you are looking to do your part for rescue animals around Singapore, do consider adoption, sponsorship, donation, or simply volunteering. To find out how you can support the work we do, and join us, visit serviceforanimals.com.
Those were the words from Causes for Animals Singapore. Yes, one of our AWGs also. So far, we've featured 3 already. I'm getting angry already. I'm getting very angry. You know why? Comment page. Everybody asks, where's Poppy? Where's Amma? Where's Poppy? Where's Amma? I die already. Next segment, Poppy, you introduce. Can you see? Even a dog ignores me. My life is sad. Really, damn sad. Now, back on the serious note, Poppy, this involves you also. So just in case you want to know, you're like my partner in crime now. We're like Starsky and Hutch. We're like bad boys. Okay, you're a girl. I'm sorry. This goes to prove, ladies and gentlemen, I lack appeal. I'm not gonna talk. There's a reason why I keep quiet because I'm truly hurt. Poppy, even you ignore me. Why you like that? Where do broken hearts go? Okay, anyway, we got a lot of cool merchandise from CAS. And if you guys are very interested to adopt a dog, please, if you are considering, like, you're staying HDB, you're considering adopting a dog, as can see from the video earlier from CAS that, they have dogs that can actually be adopted and housed in HDBs. So please go ahead, visit their website, visit the link, and go get some merchandise, because as you know, all of our AWGs, ladies and gentlemen, our animal welfare groups, are self-funded. Some of them are even depending on donations from kind-hearted people like you. So if you don't want to make an outright donation, just grab their merchandise, because every single dollar counts in going to feed and house and look after all these animals. Okay, the main aim today is to try to adopt as many animals as you can. If you are a cat lover, we got the Cat Welfare Society who started off our program today on Animal Buzz SG. And also not forgetting, next up was my favorite Oscars. Then after that, we just had CAS. I'm getting very distracted because Poppy's even like turning her head away. Can we don't do this? You guys, home viewers, you're just breaking my heart, Why must you do this? Why must you do this to me? I also animal, what? I'm born the year of the pig. Haram, cannot say that. Got some viewers out there in the program, I cannot say such things. So please go ahead, grab the merchandise. They're all here from CWS, from Oscars, and also not forgetting also from CAS. Guys, every single dollar goes in a very, very long way to help look after all these strays, to provide them food, to provide them care, shelter, and everything else. So coming up next, I'm going to be just having a little chat with Poppy, since everyone out there is so interested in Poppy. We might start with Poppy. Hey, Poppy. Hey, Poppy. I know you cannot see, but you can hear me, right, Poppy? I'm this side. Yes. Feel the scratch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. How much is that doggy in the window? So, Poppy, you're 13, right? So, what do you think about this program? Is it good? Home viewers think that you're a star now. You're like more famous than Beyonce, man. You're like, you go, girl. Poppy, you SBC, Simply Bochap. Or you ABC, absolutely Bochap. Oi, Poppy, TCS, totally chap siao. Anyway, before this program drags on till next year, this is our inaugural EPDO, which is our Pets Day Out, which is a lovely incentive or a lovely event, which is like a religious sacred event for all animal lovers out there in our Singapore community. As you guys know, it's a monthly thing. And this is our very first version, our digital version, and we may have more rolled out in the coming future. So guys, please stay tuned and watch the program. But of course, not forgetting to all the ladies out there, all the female pet owners, you're waiting for the vet to come back. Slowly wait, because I'm still here. Because I still need to give away prizes. Poppy, you finally woke up already, You finally can see daylight already. Poppy, say hi to everybody in TV land. Hi. Look at it. She set up. Oh my God. This is a natural. This is on cue, man. Look at that. That's why I say, parents out there, believe me, I'm also a parent. I got 2 teenage kids. Oh my God. Sometimes if you look at it, it's better to have dogs. Really, it's better to have dogs. I tried this experiment when I had my dog and when my kids were still young, okay? I locked them in a car for 30 minutes. I switched off the aircon. I walked into Burger King to go and buy my food. After 30 minutes, I came back. My kids were ranting, grumbling, young age. But my dog, sometimes it's better to have a dog than to have kids. I never say anything, I'm just joking. You're like that, walao. No, I cannot slam on public media, on social media. You see, it's better to just keep quiet and stay down there. I wish my mother-in-law was like that. Anyway, let's go on to the commercial break segment of our program, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this program is all about my mother-in-law, about pets, about adoption, about caring for lovely furry friends of ours. Can you stop turning away from me, please? I'm talking to you, please. You don't like that, can or not? Poppy. Yeah, okay, never mind. Let's go to the next program, which is the commercial break. Commercial break means we need to give out all these freebies. Look at that. Stress ball, notebook, then plus some nice pet food and all that stuff. And then most importantly is down here, this one. This one is the one that I find them interesting. At first I thought it was gift card, but come on, it's an easy link card. This card can easily link you to all the public transport. Whoa. You ask Poppy to crack the kind of joke lah. She can crack, man. You try lah. Poppy, you want to talk about EasyLink card? Obviously, Poppy doesn't take public transport, ladies and gentlemen. This is a public transport announcement. Next stop, Botanic Gardens. Joking lah. Now, we got all these lovely, cool merchandise up for grabs. And how can you guys at home win this? Very simple, just by getting your fingers ready to type in the correct answer, because the first correct answer in will walk away all these cool stuffs. And what is the question? Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? If you watch that video, you should remember this. Name me one of the dogs that are up for adoption by Causes for Animals Singapore. Name me one of the dogs. Give me one of the name of the dogs that are up for adoption in Causes for Animals Singapore. My hint. Poppy, just chill out. I'm gonna perform for you. I'm all shook up. I'm on to a party in the county jail. Walao, Victoria Wong, you are good lah. You are solid. You see, one time I move like that, you know already. It's the Mao Wang. Mao Wang. Why suddenly I speak Mandarin? I don't understand. No. Elvis is the correct answer. Congratulations to Victoria Wong. Good job. Well done. You'll be winning for yourself some very cool merchandise for your lovely furry friend. Our backroom staff, like I mentioned, will be getting in touch with you very shortly. So just let them know how many dogs you have or how many cats you have. If you got a whole kampung of dog or whole kampung of cats, we only got budget for one. So it's called rationing. Rationing. Okay, like that. Ration. Whichever like you more, whichever lick you more, you just give. Okay, you just give. Poppy, you want to lick me? Ladies and gentlemen, I've decided to join the Ministry of Education after this. This job commands no respect. I talk at home, nobody listen. I come out, I talk, even the dog ignores me. My life is just sad, man. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to introduce our next animal welfare group. I really feel very sad on this Saturday. It's a sad Saturday for me, you know. Already Liverpool won the title. I feel damn angry because I'm a United fan. And then now I got a dog next to me who's more celebrity than I am. I'm here doing all the hard work, talk until dry. My throat got no lubrication, nothing. I'm perspiring. And then this dog down here like, you... Human, have you finished talking? I need to have my biscuits. Thank you. And then, you see, she gets more airtime than I get. What nonsense is this? Next up, ladies and gentlemen, AWG is going to be sharing with you more, is the SOSD Singapore. They are currently using this name because in the historical past of SOSD, you guys may know them. For those who have been following us very, very closely every month when we got our activity, our Pets Day Out activity. So this is SOSD Singapore, who will be sharing more on their shelter operations and involvement in national programs such as TNFM, correct? Is it right? TNRM, my fault, Everybody makes mistakes, right? Who asked you to give the dog airtime, No, I make mistake. Fault the dog, lor. She distracted me. And she's still ignoring me. TNRM, ladies and gentlemen. What is TNRM? I like this. What is TNRM, guys? Anybody? Producer? Wow, my goodness gracious. The way the producer... Okay, it's in my ear. It's called Trap, Neuter, Release. Release is only release. We say it's release, but they're more concerned about rehousing and rehoming all these strays that they find. And also the last alphabet M, which is manage. Can you manage? I cannot manage. So let's take a look at this next AWG's video. Poppy.
Hi everyone, I'm Melina, one of the co-founders of SOSD and also a management committee member that runs SOSD. SOSD is an animal welfare group that rescues street dogs. In the early days when we first started out, it was mainly rescuing street dogs, rehabilitating and rehoming them. But throughout the years, we have realized that there are many dogs out there, not necessarily just street dogs that need to rescue. So we have then taken in abused dogs, abandoned dogs. At the end of the day, it is all about giving all dogs an opportunity to find another home if they need to, and to be loved by a family again.
Hi, I'm Kiran and I'm SOSD shelter manager. I basically look after the dogs at shelter. I manage the staff as well as the volunteers that come to the shelter to look after them. Hi, my name is Cheryl. I'm the shelter manager for the Jurong Island project. Together with my team, we take care of the dogs at the Jurong Island shelter, the strays on Jurong Island, and we help facilitate trapping for the TNR project on the island as well. So once space is freed up at the Animal Lodge at Jurong Island, we will then shortlist the dogs that we will want to send out for rehoming and rehabilitation at the Animal Lodge. We do this by assessing their temperament, by choosing to send the friendlier dogs out so that they will be rehomed faster and the turnover rate will be faster and they do not get piled up at the Animal Lodge. Unlike the shelter we have at Animal Lodge, where we have a lot of volunteers, the shelter on Jurong Island do not have that much volunteers. Hence, it boils down to the caregivers on the ground, which we are about a team of less than 10. So caring for about 200 dogs, we need to select and pick on which dogs which are suitable for rehabilitation to make the progress faster so that they can head out for adoption. Eventually, we do hope that every single dog there will have a chance at being rehomed and for them to find their forever home. But I think this is something which not many people understand, that for the dogs from Jurong Island or from any of our TNR sites to come into Animal Lodge as well as the shelter, the dogs currently here, they have to be adopted because there is space limit. To give rescued adult dogs a second chance, look past their color, because they make excellent pets as well. And when more people adopt, more dogs can be given the second chance at finding their forever home. All the dogs that are brought to the shelter, they need to go through a 2-week quarantine to make sure that they are not ill or carry any infectious disease. Once the 2 week is up, they will be transferred to the main shelter area to mingle with the rest of the dogs. before we place them up for adoption, we need to make sure that they are domesticated. So we have to train them to accept walking on the leash. You'll be surprised that actually a lot of the stray dogs, they are not comfortable the first time you try to introduce them to the leash. So the process can take quite a while.
SOSD is happy to be partnered with NParks under the nationwide trap neuter release managed program in a bid to control the community dog population. With the program, these community dogs are trapped, sterilized, rehomed when there's an opportunity to do so. If not, then they'll be released back into their environment to live out the rest of their lives. What is important for this program to work is that the community accepts and shares the environment with these dogs. Project Adore is a program that allows HDB dwellers to adopt a bigger mixed breed up to a size of 55 cm in height. This is an amazing program because previously a HDB dweller would not be able to adopt a street dog legally. And with this program in place, we have had so many more dogs that have been rehomed, and we have had so many adopters who stay in HDB that are so grateful to have a dog of their own.
Hi, my name is Esty and I have a 3-year-old Singapore Special. I adopted my dog Murphy in November 2017. He was around 8 months old then. When we first saw Murphy at the adoption drive, he was a friendly and confident dog. The adoption process of having him, however, is very stringent. The rehomer of SOSD has to come over to our place for a home visit, and then they will advise us on the placement of our furniture as well as what to get and what to do. However, when we went over to his fosterer's house, Murphy was a different dog. He was not the same dog that we saw at the adoption drive. He was very shy and afraid. We couldn't pet him and there was not much interaction then. So like most Singapore Special, Murphy is masked with fear. He was the type that fight instead of flight. So he was afraid of strangers touching him. He's buckish, he's territorial. I have wonderful and tolerant neighbors, and I'm also very blessed that the team at SOSD and my Adore trainers provide me the support and advice that I needed. Now that we are fostering as well, I can see that Murphy is a loving brother to his foster siblings. He teaches the fearful ones to be confident and the naughty ones their boundaries. So I am actually very glad that I did not give up on him during his homestay then. If not, I will never know what a fantastic companion he makes.
We have Tiny. Tiny was rescued just about 2 months back. She was from our TNR site. So we actually sterilized her a few years back. But because of some issues with the area that she was from, she had to be taken out together with her siblings for rehoming. She's about 5 years old now, and she's very mild and friendly. Even though the first time she meets you, she might run away from you. But you just need to give her some affection, pet her head, scratch her neck, and she will warm up to you and be really, really sweet. Roja is also up for adoption. She's 2 years old, quite young, and also HDB approved. She was just rescued about two months ago from one of our TNR sites, and she was quite friendly. She approached the feeders, and the feeders could just reach her up quite immediately. So we do suspect maybe she used to have a home and was possibly abandoned. She's quite friendly. Since coming to shelter, she's warmed up to us. We can take her out for walks. She enjoys her walks, going out to sniff, and also to meet other dogs. Wonder is up for adoption as well. She's an old lady. We estimate her to be more than 10 years old and probably one of the oldest at the shelter. She is definitely HDB approved. Even though she's quite shy when she first meets you, she will take quite a while to warm up to you. But when she does, she's actually really, really sweet, and she wants your head rubs all the time. His name is Bear. He's estimated to be at least 6 years old, and he's definitely not HDB approved. However, being so huge, people might mistaken that he is actually aggressive, but he is not. In fact, he's very, very affectionate. and he just loves cuddles and hugs from human beings. But with that said, all rescue dogs come with their history, and for Bear, he might not be able to get along well with other dogs. But with that said, I still think he deserves a second chance at finding his forever home because he's one big lovable bear. The next dog we have is Violet. She was rescued from Jurong Island when she was a puppy. Violet is a very friendly, affectionate, mischievous girl. However, because she has grown up on Jurong Island shelter the entire time, she will need time to warm up to the outside world. So any adopter with patience, understanding, willingness to bring Violet into their home, she would definitely make an excellent pet.
Please go into our website, right? And there you will find the information on the relevant pages to adopt, to foster, to become a volunteer, and to basically to donate and make the difference in the life of the dogs in our shelter. Your donation is extremely important as we rely on your generosity to maintain the shelter, to sustain the shelter. And without your donations, we will not be able to continue to rescue dogs and give them a second chance.
Thank you very much for SOSD's little message right there and that lovely video that tells you more about adopting animals or adopting these lovely stray dogs and stuff. But I've been watching so many of our AWG's videos and what they do and the kind of sacrifices these volunteers put in. And some are even, you know, working on very, very tight budgets just to make things happen for all these furry friends of ours. So folks who are now watching this program, I would like to just ask you for your kindness, your loving hearts. If you do have a pet at home with you that's seated next to you, like my superstar Poppy right here. Yeah, Poppy, yeah, Poppy. Okay. Just, you know, I like to add in humor to whatever I do in my life, even if I'm faced with major disasters and catastrophes that I face pretty much daily on a daily basis. I would just like to tell you guys that, you know, there are people out there who are facing bigger issues, but of course there are those who are on all fours every day, and they are called our pets, they're called animals who also need us to care for. So with all these AWGs and their calls for help and donations, I'm just asking all of you, whether you're a cat lover, you're a dog lover, or you're a puppy lover. I think you're going for manicure now, is it? Manicure, pedicure? Hi, stop biting yourself. Okay, it's called grooming. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about, as you can see, very obvious. I don't groom a lot. Anyway, open up your wallets, make your donations, visit their websites or visit their Facebook pages or the social media pages. And then if you are looking to adopt a pet, whether it's a cat or a dog, please go ahead, link up with these guys, go to the websites or just go to their social media platforms and find out more about the procedure and how you can help to provide better homes for all these furry fans of ours. Okay, Poppy, you ready? Ask the next question because it's time for commercial break. Or are you going to sing and dance for us? You want to juggle? Poppy. Poppy. Anyway, it's my turn to work again. Really, I want to be a dog. I just want to be a dog. I just want to be a dog. Why like that? Life is unfair. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after appealing to you guys for your donations and for your assistance to help these homes or these welfare groups run their homes and the shelters for all these animals, it's time for us, the kind-hearted people of AVS, to give you prizes, to give you fantastic stuff, give you notebook, give you stress ball, give you limited edition EasyLink card with no credit. Plus, not forgetting also lanyard. Yes, I wish I had a lanyard so I can be like dog also like that. Now, the question I'm going to ask you guys, if you get the answer correct, the first answer that comes in correct, you'll be walking away with some really fantastic gifts for yourself and your furry friend, is tell me, where are the two SOSD Singapore animal shelters located at? Where are the two SOSD Singapore shelters located at? If you're watching the video, you would know where they are. You know, right? Don't know, huh? Don't I can help you, lo? I'm gonna help you already, lo. It's all Westside Singapore, ma, huh? All Westside, huh? Correct, no? Westside, huh? It's like Journey to the West like that. 师傅，咱们去取经吧。 咱们去养狗吧。来，师傅。West side, where? Think. Two places. Two, I need both. You give me short form also can jalan lah. Boon Fong Chew. Congratulations, you said Jurong Island and TAL. I would like to tell you, the Animal Lodge is correct. But where is the Animal Lodge? Like that, I only give you the pet part. The limited edition good, I don't give you because you never give me food. No, just kidding. Jurong Island and TL, the Animal Lodge, you're absolutely absolutely correct. I'm just getting distracted with this doggy. I'm just getting distracted by Poppy. Such a love, Now, we're gonna get in touch with you. So what's gonna happen is I don't know, call you Boon Fong or call you Mr. Chew or call you Mr. Chew. Sorry, I can't see your profile picture very clearly, but this is what I'm getting from the backroom crew, that you are the winner of the final set of lovely prizes, courtesy of AVS. So right about now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna lift Poppy up right here because Poppy's going to dreamland already. Poppy, come. I need to just carry you a bit, huh? You don't angry, huh? You don't angry. Okay. I know I'm very uncomfortable, but come. I need to see here because I'm very cold already. Audience want to see your face. Come, Poppy. See. Show audience how cute. This is like watching Walt Disney cartoon, like Beauty and the Beast. Beauty. Poppy ma. Ama ma. Sabar ma. I beast long. You win already, yo. So, if you don't look at a good person, who you look next? Who else, no? I like this, no? I just realized, no? Producer, Wayne, where are you, Wayne? Do you notice that but you give me the short form now here, chat with our vet, and you wrote there, COV. COVID, Oh, it's not COVID, Okay, sorry. My fault. So it's chat with our vet, Dr. Han Ziyang. So I should just take Ziyang. So it's COV-Z, is it? Yeah, he's very cozy. He's a cozy vet. I like that. A very good, charming looking vet. So ladies, if you're ready, are you ready? Puppy, are you ready? Puppy's ready like anytime. So let's hand it over to our favorite Chat with Our Vet program, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Han Ziyang. Over to you.
Hello, welcome back everyone. I really enjoyed the segment from Justin just now. So first of all, I'd just like to say a very big thank you to all the AWGs as well as the volunteers. I think you have really put in a lot of effort and you have really done a good job. So to all the viewers out there, I really appeal to you all to donate generously. And if you'd like to volunteer, do get in touch with the various AWGs as well. Okay, so again, I'm Dr. Han Ziyang. I'm one of the veterinarians here in the Animal and Veterinary Service here in MParks. So for the second topic I'm going to talk about today, I will touch on the myths and facts about antibiotics and our pets. So first of all, what is antibiotics? Okay, so antibiotics is actually a drug, a medication, that doctors as well as veterinarians we use to treat certain types of illnesses in us. So you probably most of us would have heard about antibiotics before, and most of us would probably have taken some antibiotics ourselves as well. But many pet owners still don't really understand what antibiotics do, and perhaps may even have some misconception about it. So today, I hope to help to debunk some of these myths as well as share some facts with you, okay? So myth number one, antibiotics can treat all type of infection, okay? Is this true or false? Okay, you can, of course, pop your answers, on the comment chat as well. Okay, so the answer is actually false, okay? This is not true at all, okay? Infection can actually be caused by many pathogens. They could be due to bacteria causes, virus causes. It can also be due to parasites, fungi. However, antibiotics can only treat bacterial infection, okay? So I'll repeat that again. Antibiotics can only treat bacterial infection. It does not have any effect on other pathogens like viruses, parasites at all, okay? So I'll give you an example here. So let's say you have a dog with an itchy ear, and the itchy ear is actually due to ear mites, okay, which is a parasite, okay? For this scenario, okay, if you were to give the dog an antibiotic, it will definitely not help to cure the dog at all, okay? So I'm gonna move on to the next point, okay, myth number two. So if my pet is sick, giving it some antibiotics will help it feel better. Even if it does not work, it should be safe for my pet. Okay? Again, I'll give you all some time if you all like to pop your answers on the comment page. So again, this statement is false. So while antibiotics can actually kill bacteria, the bad bacteria inside us, they do not really discriminate against the good bacteria as well. And so antibiotics, they also do have side effects, and they may cause mild diarrhea, vomiting, and nausea as well. So the main important message here is we should not self-medicate our pets. You know, if your pet is sick, do bring it to a vet for proper checkup, for proper advice. Okay. So you might want to ask as well, so can I, perhaps, try, I have some human antibiotics at home, can I give it to the pets? Again, do not self-medicate. Our pets actually require very different dosages of medication from humans. And, if we were to give our pets human medication that is not indicated for the disease, we may actually cause some toxicity issues, which could be an emergency. Okay, so again, do not try and self-medicate your pets. Okay, bring your pet to a vet, if they ever fall sick. Okay, myth number 3. So my pet seems to feel better already. Should I stop giving it the antibiotics that my vet prescribed? Okay, so this is a very common question. So the answer is, really similar to human medicine. Okay, it is very important to follow what the vet has prescribed, and not try and stop the course of antibiotics, even though the pet may start to feel or look better. Okay, this is because most antibiotics actually require the full course to be completed in order for it to work properly. Okay, so if you're ever unsure, okay, I encourage you to always call up the vet clinic. Speak to the vet, that was looking after your pet, and try and discuss whether, this is time to actually stop the antibiotics. So if you also have issues with, let's say, giving the medication to your pet, you can also call up the vet clinic as well and try and ask for some advice. The vet, the vet nurses may give you some advice, such as, trying to hide the medication in some yummy treats, for example, some peanut butter treats. Or they may even suggest, the usage of certain tools, for example, like a pill popper, to try and reduce the risk of your pet, trying to speed out the tablet, after you have just given it. Okay, my last advice is really this. So if you have some leftover antibiotics at home, do not keep them for future use. Remember, medication, antibiotics, just like food, they also have expiry dates as well. And if you were to give expired medication to our pets, it may actually do them more harm than good. All right. So one last point. Do you know that if antibiotics are not used correctly in animals, they actually could have an impact on human health as well? So this actually boils down to the issue of antibiotic resistance. Okay. So when we use antibiotics to fight against bacteria, some of these bacteria may actually adapt and they may develop resistance and they may actually survive as well. So for this stronger bacteria, this resistant bacteria, if they do survive and they do reproduce, what you may find yourself is over time, you get a population of bacteria that is a lot stronger, and you may find the antibiotics that may work before no longer works anymore, okay? And why is it a public health issue? Because some of this antibiotic resistance bacteria can actually be passed from animals to humans and vice versa, okay? So not just in animals, we humans, when we use antibiotics, we also have to use it correctly when we are sick. We should avoid self-medicating, go to the doctor if you are sick. And doctors and vets, we are all trained to look out for illnesses that actually require antibiotics. So there's actually no need to proactively, ask your doctor, your GPs, or your vets for antibiotics when there's no reason to do so, okay? So remember, antibiotic resistance actually affects not just humans, but also our animals as well. So I appeal to you, okay, to use antibiotics responsibly. This is a part of our efforts to actually slow down the spread of antibiotic resistance development, okay? So I've come to the end of my topic, and now again, it's our Q&A session. So feel free to post your questions on the Facebook comment page. I'll be able to see them on my screen here, so I'll try to answer some of them, okay? Okay, I actually don't see any questions coming in yet. So I'll just wait a while more. Okay, don't worry. Okay, I think some of the questions are coming in a bit slow. I do have a question just now, back in the first session, which I didn't get a chance to answer, but I did take a look during the break. So that question was actually due to heat heat exhaustion. Okay, I can't remember. Maybe it was Jessica or someone. So I talk about the border collie actually have a very long coat fur. The border collie is actually of a senior border collie now, and seems to be panting a lot more than usual. Okay, so should they be overly worried, when they do exercise and all those things? So my advice here is, for our senior pets, when they do go out for walks and exercises, do try and do it more gradually. Some of them do have joint problems. Some of them may not be as active as they are before, like when they were puppy. So it is important as pet owners to try and recognize certain signs of heat exhaustion. So for heat exhaustion wise, so as pet owners, you can check, the gums of your dog's mouth. Okay, signs of heat exhaustion may make the gum appear more purplish, or more dark red. The dog may also tend to drool a lot more. Okay, and the saliva will be actually a lot more thickened. You may observe that your dog may be a bit disoriented. They may appear a bit more weak, and the worst case is they might even collapse. Okay, so these are important signs that pet owners should learn to recognize, especially if they have a pet, a geriatric pet, and they may not be able to take these exercises as well. Okay, so heat exhaustion is actually an emergency situation. So as much as possible, you should try and bring your pet to a vet clinic. And if you know about some first aid for your dogs as well, you can do some simple things to try and cool the dog down while you bring the dog quickly to the clinic. These first aid measures, they can include, trying to use wet towels, try and use cool water, don't use cold water, use cool water. And, you can try to wet different parts of the dog body parts down. Okay. And of course, try to move the dog in the shade as well. You can also provide some cool water again for the dog to drink as well. Okay. Remember, try not to give cold water. Okay. It's a bit counterintuitive, but if we were to give cold water to, to an animal to a dog that's actually under heat exhaustion, we might cause the blood vessels on the peripheral, okay, on the surface, to actually constrict too rapidly, and that might actually reduce the effort, okay, of the body trying to cool off instead. Okay. Okay, so I have other questions here. Okay, let me see. Suddenly I have a lot of questions. Okay, let me just see. Okay, I have one question here. Very common question. Do we need to brush our dog's teeth? Any tips? Okay. Yes. Okay, we should take care of our dog's teeth. It is important to maintain the dental health and dental hygiene of our dogs and our cats as well. And there are actually special toothbrush, that pet owners can buy from commercial pet stores. And if you want to use other toothbrush, and these toothbrush are like finger toothbrush, where you actually slip on to your finger and it can help to brush the pet's teeth. You can also use soft bristle toothbrush as well. One very important thing is this: when we brush our animals' teeth, remember to use the pet toothpaste for our pets. We should never use human toothpaste because these are not suitable for our pets at all. Okay, so remember that. The reason why we need to keep our dog's teeth healthy is if we don't do so, bacteria can actually build up on teeth. And over time, this can lead to other diseases, dental diseases, for example, like gingivitis. And if the bacteria goes even higher, it may even cause periodontal diseases as well. Okay, so remember, try and brush your dog's teeth, ideally once a day if possible. If not, you can actually do it like 3 times a day. That's very good as well. And for pet owners who really have difficulties brushing their dog's teeth, there are other alternatives as well. There's mouthwash for dogs. There's also dental chews as well. Where the dog actually chew on this piece of hard treat, and through this chewing process, it actually mechanically breaks down the bacterial plaque that's formed on the teeth. But one thing that I want all pet owners to really know, if you really do choose to use dental chews, you should give the dental chews under supervision, because there is a chance that sometimes choking accidents may happen. So it's always good to monitor your pet, whenever you give such dental chews. All right. And creating this dental brushing habit is actually a very fun experience. Okay. Try and start young if possible. Okay. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question now. Okay. Let me just see. Okay, so I have a comment from Jessica. We use the finger brush. It's less daunting for dogs. Yep, that's true. You may even start off with something nice as well, you know, like a peanut butter or something, just to get them used to the action of having something, you know, moving in their mouth. Okay. Okay, sorry, the comments are just coming in very fast. So I'm just trying to see. Okay, so what? Okay, so from Adriana Chua, okay, what should you feed a dog that has just vomited? How long before you should take them into clinic? Okay, I'll just post up this question. Okay, so for Adriana, okay, so I think first of all, for a dog that has just vomited, do try to take note of how much the dog has vomited, the consistency as well. And if you do have actually a concern, try to call up a vet clinic, you know, and let them know, describe to the vet receptionist or the vet themselves for their advice as to whether you should actually bring the dog to a clinic. If you are unsure, my advice is no, just play safe, just bring your dog to a vet clinic, okay? There's probably something that has changed that has actually triggered the vomiting, okay? So otherwise, the dog shouldn't be vomiting, all right? So it's important to remember when the dog has just vomited to try and continue to keep it hydrated. Try to see whether there's any signs of diarrhea, okay? When a dog has vomited, there is a chance that, you know, the dog may become dehydrated. So make sure that you provide water to the dog at all times, okay? Yep. So if really, let's say, you can go for some bland diets if, let's say, the dog is doing well otherwise, you know, and it's still continue to be playful and all this. You can give some bland diet, and, you know, it could be just plain rice, you know, and some steamed chickens as well, okay? So these are just some of the advice. Like I mentioned, if ever unsure, just bring your dog to a vet, you know, try and find out what actually could have caused the vomiting to happen in the first place, okay? Okay, let me see other questions. Okay, and this will be my last question. See that my time is running out. Okay, so, I'm gonna put up this question here. Okay, for viewer Shazila. So hi, my cat has severe skin issues and is allergic to a lot of food. Would you recommend raw feeding her? Okay, so so raw feeding, I think, is getting a bit popular. I think some pet owners are starting to learn a lot more about feeding raw diet to their pets. So there are the science of raw diets, you know, the safety of it. All this science is still developing. But what I want, and some owners do claim to have success, you know, when they actually feed raw diets to their pets. You know, they claim that the coat is actually a lot better. There's less allergic issues. Their dogs are scratching less. But what I want to let you all know is feeding raw diet does come with its risk. And this risk is not just to the pet as well, but also to the family members. Okay, so as we all know, we cook our food before we eat, and that is to kill the bacteria and the pathogens on the raw food. So when we choose to feed raw food to our pets as well, we need to be mindful that we are giving them good quality raw food, you know, that was not left out, you know, on the kitchen table for too long and bacteria has already grown all over it. Okay, so this is a risk that comes with it, and so it's very important for pet owners to take note of it, to feed this raw diet carefully to their pets. And if let's say that the pet doesn't eat the raw food that you have just given it, you know, perhaps after 1 or 2 hours, remove the raw food, you know, and throw them away. Because just by leaving the raw food there, you are actually increasing the period for the bacteria to grow. And when the animal next comes to eat it, they may develop, you know, signs of food poisoning. Okay, similarly, this raw diet, because they're left out in the open, you know, bacteria may be growing. So if you have members of, you know, family members at home who have like weakened immune system, you know, young children, you know, that may be a bit curious and they touch the raw food and then, you know, touch their face or their mouth later, they may get a chance of food poisoning as well, okay? So I'll just like to let you all know. So while some owners do have success with raw food, you know, especially with some claim to have good outcomes with skin issues, do take note that there's some risk as well. So it's important to be educated in this risk when it comes to feeding raw diet before you try them out, okay? So that's all the time I have. So thank you everyone. Thank you to all the viewers out there that have posted in your question and for staying with us. Again, I'm Dr. Han Ziyang, one of the vet from AVS here in MParks, and I'm going to pass the time back to the host, Justin. Okay, Justin, please.
Thank you so much, man, Dr. Han. Great to hear from you. And thanks to Shazila for asking the question. Otherwise, I also don't know cat got skin problem or that, man. So Shazila, thank you for educating me today. I guess we come to the end of our show today because my superstar co-host has really gotten into dreamland. Poppy, show finish already. Oi, you want to say goodbye? Never mind. I do for you. I do for you. I do. It's okay. Don't move. You just relax. We have animal rights here. You just relax. The things I have to do to feed my family. But anyway, today we want to say a very big thank you to our AWGs in the house for sharing all the stuff that they have done for us. Basically, starting off the day, we had the Cat Welfare Society. Not forgetting also right after that, we got Oscars. And follow that, we got CAS. And end of it all, we got SOSD Singapore. So thank you to you guys and also to your volunteers for helping all these furry friends of ours. And for all the home viewers out there who are looking to adopt all these furry friends, you want to have a little pet of your own, please go ahead and visit all the social media links and the website of our AWGs. And you can go through the whole entire procedure, speak to all our volunteers on how you can give a forever home to all our furry friends out there. And not forgetting also a big thank you and shout out to our sponsors for today. Thank you guys so much for all these lovely merchandise that you see right there on my left and my right. Absolutely fantastic. To all those home viewers who won yourselves all these great stuffs from ABS, from our product sponsors. Thank you guys for taking part in our games, in our commercial break. And not forgetting also for telling me that a dog has got more popularity than me. It's Justin Misson signing off on behalf of everybody at ABS for this lovely digital version of EPDO, Pets Day Out. Tune in July. We've got the next edition coming up. So focus then, and I may bring Poppy along if she's still in demand, which I think will be the case. Have yourselves a fantastic weekend ahead, and remember, walk your dog and walk yourself also. Poppy, you want to say bye-bye? Poppy, Oh, now they wake up, You win already, You clever, On cue, Take care, people. For more updates, please visit Animal Buzz SG. And of course, we'll tell you more about what's going to happen for the next episode. Please go to Animal Buzz SG. Poppy, you're back to sleep again. Poppy. Poppy.